Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. Kisumu is also fantastic. Maybe you could let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. And by the way, who is your member of parliament? And how is he performing so far? Are you satisfied with his performance? Let me know in the comment section. Something is happening in Kenya Kwanza, and it's about to burst. Rigathi Gachagua and Professor Kithure Kindiki are not seeing eye to eye. For those who understand the politics of this country, that story has been within the political circles now for a very long time. But it manifested itself openly this week. Was it on Saturday or Sunday? William Ruto left the country just towards the eve of Machozi Monday. And that meant that Rigathi Gachagua was going to be in charge in the absence of the president. Then, a day to the Mandamano, which was on a Sunday, Rigathi Gachagua met with security chiefs of the country. He was accompanied by the PS for Interior, Raila Odinga, and other military, other security chiefs in uniform. But one man was missing from that picture. The cabinet secretary for Interior, who is Professor Kithure Kindiki. And Kenyans asked themselves several questions why Professor Kithure Kindiki was missing in action. The next day was the Mandamano day. Then something happened. The raid at Uhuru Kenyatta's home, private farm in Ruiru. Kithure Kindiki never spoke about the whole thing. He never featured anywhere. A day later, he came up with, let me just check if I can get it. He came up with some post on his official handles to the effect that he was not going to allow anarchy to happen. Now, this is what is posted. We must protect our country from sliding into irretrievable anarchy. Then, that was the end of the story. I think the next day, the government issued a statement regarding the raid at Kenyatta's farm, how the Azimio protesters were handled, and all things. But the person who read government statement was none other than Eliud Owalo. And Kenyans actually asked whether Eliud Owalo, the Minister for ICT, is now the new Minister for Internal Security. And the move by Owalo to read that statement, in my view, was as a result of the government need to issue a statement. But again, that statement could not be issued by the deputy president, who was a suspect, and Kithure Kindiki had actually refused to read the statement. Then it also alleged that while the president was still out of the country, Kithure Kindiki, when the raid on Uhuru Kenyatta's farm was planned, Kithure Kindiki placed a phone call to the president and told him he's not going to be part of it, which proved that indeed these two gentlemen, they have an issue. And let us agree that we've not seen these two gentlemen together for a long time. So, or if you have seen them, let me know the last time you saw them. So in this video, I want us to look at this particular fallout, why the fallout is now reaching the point of no return. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. What we do on this channel is that we analyze politics in a way you can't find any other place. So the best thing, if you're watching the channel for the first time, please just take a second, press that subscribe button. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. So it's because of you guys. And I want to take this opportunity to thank these individuals who sent me coffee earlier today. I'll just mention the first names because most people are not comfortable with their names. There is Charles. Actually, we even spoke. There's someone I got from Stanbic, from an individual. Name did not come. Then there's Gordon. Then there is Aaron. There is Evans. I received your wave. And also there's Kinyanjui. Thank you guys so much. And as usual, if you are willing to support the channel, use that number there to support the channel, because the contribution we give goes a long way in helping us sustain the channel. Now, let us get back to the main issue. And I want to go straight to the point because today I'm a bit late. I know most of you guys are not comfortable when I say I'm a bit late, so I want to be very fast because you guys normally tell me that whenever we go to YouTube to search for you, it means we want to listen to you, which means you have time. But I want to be a bit brief today. Now, number one, why these guys fell out, in my view, is William Ruto's political schemes. You know, how did William Ruto arrive at the choice of Rigathi Gachagua as his running mate? Because they conducted a poll. That poll favored Professor Kithure Kindiki. The leaders from the mountain voted, and their votes actually favored Professor Kithure Kindiki. Those are the realities. But the question is, how come the deputy president then arrived at Rigathi Gachagua? Now, that appointment of Rigathi Gachagua is still there, which means probably even Ruto knew he was not the best. So Ruto was scheming that let me have Rigathi Gachagua, have him get this, but let me scheme for my politics. So William Ruto then decided that after appointing Rigathi Gachagua as the deputy president, he decided that Professor Kithure Kindiki was going to be his minister for interior, which means William Ruto actually rewarded Professor Kithure Kindiki handsomely. Remember, the office of the deputy president in this country is actually toothless. A deputy president works at the mercy of the president. But the Ministry of Interior is one of the most powerful cabinet ministries we have in the country. And it's an accounting officer. So William Ruto basically is checkmating Rigathi Gachagua. And that's why he appointed Professor Kithure Kindiki, despite the fact that Kithure Kindiki was very clear that he was not going to accept any appointment in Ruto's government. Then again, if you go further, you'll realize that this checkmate is not ending with Professor Kithure Kindiki. William Ruto then appointed Musalia Mudavadi as the prime cabinet secretary or something. A role which now elevates Musalia Mudavadi to some position in this country and is being given the right limelights. So Mudavadi is also used. Then Ruto did not end there. He goes ahead and have Moses Kuria as the Minister for Trade to solve the Mount Kenya trade issues. Which means if the issues of trade in the mountain will be resolved, it will not be resolved by Rigathi. It will be resolved by Moses Kuria. Again, he goes further and appointed Alfred Mutua as a minister for foreign affairs, just to checkmate him. But Rigathi Gachagua is a forceful man, maybe truthful. He's telling Ruto, you have to give me some slots from, some roles from Ministry of Interior. Kithure is not willing. You have to give me some role from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mutua Bulge, and also Mudavadi's roles must be lowered. So I tend to think that this fallout is as a result of William Ruto's political scheme. So that's number one. Number two, the fallout as a result of the running mate. Don't be cheated that as much as Professor Kithure Kindiki accepted to be William Ruto's subordinate, not the running mate, then he forgot about it. He's still not happy because he believes that he was the most qualified, he had the support of the mountain, all opinion polls and even the leadership from the mountain were for him. Then it means he believes very strongly that Rigathi Gachagua is the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya today, because probably for other factors, maybe because he was fighting Uhuru Kenyatta, maybe because he had the money, or maybe because he twisted Ruto, or maybe because Ruto felt that he was the guy who could face William Ruto. I mean, who could face Uhuru Kenyatta. But the truth is, I don't think Professor Kithure Kindiki forgave either Ruto or even forgave Rigathi Gachagua for taking his role. Because if you look at the history of Ruto, history of Rigathi, and Kindiki, Kindiki has more history with Ruto than Rigathi. Although most people will argue that from the background, Rigathi was Uhuru Kenyatta's PA when Ruto was was supporting him. I think when he contested as a presidential candidate in 2002. You can argue like that, but let us not go there. I tend to think that's one of them. Number three, the third reason why the fallout is bitter is the political ideology. Now, let me ask you, and let us just be frank. If you look at the political ideology of Rigathi and that of Professor Kithure Kindiki, do they merge at any given point? Do they converge? They don't. Do you think Professor Kithure Kindiki would have ordered the police to go and raid Uhuru Kenyatta's farm? I don't think so. And between Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi and Kindiki, who do you think Uhuru really disappointed? The fact is, Kindiki was Uhuru's lawyers at ICC. He knows much about Uhuru. Then, Uhuru Kenyatta removed him from deputy speaker, I think. Something which I doubt he will forgive Uhuru for. But he cannot go and harass Uhuru the way Nani did, the deputy president Rigathi Gachagua. So their political ideology will constantly make them look differently, because the position they hold are powerful, which means unless they will work together, if they can't work together because of ideological differences, they will always work parallel. Number four, I also tend to think that it boils down to the Mount Kenya kingpin. The question Mount Kenya are asking is that Rigathi Gachagua is now the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. He's the senior most political leader from the mountain. But can he be the right kingpin? So a discussion has been there, whether that person should be from Mount Kenya East or from the Kikuyu Nation. Mount Kenya East are saying that, look here, we have our son here, and the son is Professor Kithure Kindiki. That's our son. It's the guy we are going to support. The Kikuyus are also saying we've missed the leadership of this country, so we want it. So those are some of the reasons. And by the way, lastly, I also tend to think that 2032 politics is also at play. Mudavadi factor. You see, William Ruto is a schemer and is already plotting for post-2027, because according to him, he's already won the 2027 election. William Ruto is scheming with Mudavadi. Assuming Mudavadi will be running a presidential candidate, do you think Mudavadi can have Rigathi Gachagua as his running mate after 10 years? Ruto would rather have Mudavadi as a presidential candidate and then have Professor Kithure Kindiki as his running mate. Because Ruto himself does not trust Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua can actually go after him and mess him big time. So those are the reasons why these guys have fallen out. But let's hope as a country, because these guys hold serious positions in the country, that they'll be able to see eye to eye and resolve their issues for now. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day.